Gavin, thanks for joining the Broadsign
Thank you.
Content Studio. Great job on stage.
Thank you.
We're excited to be here talking about automation. So we kind of heard a little bit about the cost of inefficiency of automation. From your perspective, why is it no longer a nice to have, but a must for out of home?
Well, out of home is part of the advertising industry. It's a $1 trillion industry. 70% of that now is digital, not pure play digital. Most of which is purchased through platforms. Whether you're a small independent advertiser with one shop to advertise or a multinational brand, you're using platforms to buy your medium. If out of home doesn't keep up and enable that to happen, we will continue to lose out in terms of growth and the opportunity against other channels. Just building on that point of, if you think about if you're a media buyer, the majority of what you buy is digital. If that's easy as a purchase, and you've got to then manually buy other channels, increasingly you won't do it, you'll avoid it. And I think that if you buy through platforms, you apply data and decisioning, whether that's data relevant to your business or measurement about audiences. If you can't apply that consistently across channels, out of home will naturally reduce. People will always want to buy out of home, and there will be advertisers who go out their way to buy the channel. But really, what's happening across media is long tail of buyers, and all you'll see traditional TV companies restructuring to allow their businesses to sell to all advertisers through platforms, and out of home has to do that to maintain its growth trajectory.
For sure. And from your perspective as well, kind of how is automation enabling more campaign optimization, even kind of compared to the past limitations or the perception that it's limited compared to digital?
The campaign optimization is around data. That data should be specific to the advertiser and what it means to their business. So for some advertisers, that might be the weather changes is important to their business, or it might be a certain event that's happening that makes a difference. You can apply that to your both decisioning in purchase, so you do that programmatically today, but in advance, you can also apply that to your planning decisions. Quite often data used now of home isn't real time, and so you can optimize your campaigns, but you're activating them in 3 months' time. The way that the technical approach that Broadsign are pioneering allows you to manage the creative optimization, so trying to shift left the management of which creative plays on which ads for every campaign, whether it's bought in real time or in advance.
That's great. And you've kind of touched on this, but what does meaningful automation look like beyond programmatic or beyond kind of content scheduling?
To make out of home easy to buy is the ambition. So anyone could buy the medium easily. That the control of that should always stay in control of the media owner in terms of what they offer to sell and to whom, and what is displayed on those. But so it takes away all the stuff that humans are not that good at. The automation, the administrative stuff, computers can do. Allow the humans to sell the medium. We've got, as an industry, have got a shift from transacting the medium to selling it and selling the benefits, to spending more time with advertisers to really understand what makes a difference to their business when they invest in out of home. What do they expect, whether that's from McDonald's about driving people into store, or other advertisers that are much more about brand awareness. What does out of home deliver to their business metrics? And the more time the humans have to spend with those advertisers, we'll understand that we get, when they invest in out of home, they get the return that they expect, because they will invest again.
You spoke on stage about, the human aspect, which you just touched on as well. So obviously automation can't be solved by ad tech alone. What kind of collaboration do you think we need across the industry, from buyers, sellers?
I think standardization of approaches to either connectivity or structure around data, so naming conventions of different formats, the IDs of specific locations to allow automation and technology to communicate is essential, and that's the collaboration of both buyers and sellers. It doesn't mean you should force everyone to use the same technology to enable them to be agnostic to a buyer, allow buyers to bring their own data. What's applicable to, so I've mentioned McDonald's already, what's applicable to McDonald's is a different data set to Emirates Airline. There's a number of different data sets you can apply to making decisions, but it's the structure of how systems communicate with each other around the inventory that we buy is the critical part of it.
Great, exciting stuff. And lastly, where should people start if they want to be a part of this next phase of Vatfall?
But as I announced on stage, and we've announced, Broadsign have recently released an update to the platform, the SSP, which we've called in advanced transactions, which is a start point for us to enable more automation. Working with the Broadsign representative to understand how to do that, really organising their inventory, having software that allows them to manage their inventory and make decisions in relation to what they want to transact to whom is essential.